with another one and a quick one at that. Yo, hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe if you have the time. Appreciate that love, man. Appreciate everybody helping us grow quick and grow fast, man. We're doing a quick impromptu live session. Oh, you good? The mic's fucked. I had to take it out. Mike chilled out. Yo, let me know if you can hear me. Hit that like button, comment below, subscribe. I think the mic, yeah, the mic went sideways on me. Let me know. Huh? You got the other one that can plug in straight C? Yeah. Yeah, let me get that one. Yeah, this other one went crazy. All right. All right. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, Malcolm. All right, we good. We're going to rock out for a little bit till we get the other mic going. Yo, hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe, man. We're going to talk about it tonight. We got Daniel Dynamite Dubois, wife hooking me up. Get me straight. Appreciate you. Yeah, that worked. You got yours straight, right? Got the little thing? Yeah. See? This thing? Yep. Yeah, that worked. Take out the USB. Thank you, man. All right, thank you. You're welcome. Y'all get y'all a good wife, man. I'll tell y'all right now. She don't get you right. She don't get you straight. They gonna take care of you better than you can take care of yourself. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look at that, got me right. I'm gonna hook it up here in a second. But anyways, let's rock in. Daniel Dynamite, Dubois, Manny Pacquiao. What are their real chances for July 19, 2025? Let's talk about it. Let's get into it, right? We're gonna be short tonight. As many as you know, Orzan Usyk and Daniel Dynamite Dubois getting it on UK time, Manchester time. July 19, 2025. Pacquiao coming back. Sign, seal, deliver, no matter what you think about it. July 19th is it. Manny Pacquiao is back. I don't think many of us understand what's going to happen right here. We got a legend coming back, a Hall of Famer coming back, right? What the hell is Manny Pacquiao thinking? We're going to break that down here in a second. But what is his chances July 19th, 2025, as well as Daniel Dynamite Dubois? Let's start with the first fight. Dubois. If you watched our keys to victory that we've already put out, Dubois' real chances of winning this fight, he's got a 40% chance in our book, right? And that's a solid chance, definitely compared to what we've already saw, right? Many seen him quit. He got stopped by a jab. Definitely in that first fight, he got outclassed in the back half of that fight. Why we're giving a 40% chance right here is because this brother right now has a confidence, a high in himself. Confidence can elevate your skill set past where you really are in life. Usyk is the better boxer. I think we can all agree on that, right? Usyk is a pound for pound great, solid fighter, solid man. Dubois' confidence right now is what's going to elevate him to be better than what he was in that first fight. The reason Dubois quit in that first fight is because he had no belief in himself. He had no confidence in himself. He was young, very inexperienced at that time. That's his first time walking through that fog of war of attrition. Fatigue makes cowards of all men. That's the first time he's ever dealt with that type of adversity in his career. His skill set had always carried him past his opponents. He's a strong fighter, strong young man. He thought that he was going to walk in that fight and outmuscle the likes of Usyk until he found out the mind is more powerful than the body. Usyk is a mastermind in that ring, masterclass technician in that ring. So we say this to say, Dubois' chances of getting into this fight, right? You would think it'd be even less than what he stepped into that first fight. And yeah, he's gotten better. And then you arguably say Usyk's gotten better. So if Usyk is the better fighter, the better boxer, smarter boxer, then why do we give Dubois a better chance in this fight? It's simply because of confidence obviously elevates you higher than what you should have been. It will take you on a fight night, especially in front of a crowd, especially in front of a UK crowd, some of the best fans out there, right? That arena is going to be pumping. That arena is going to be loud. It's going to give him an extra bit of energy, that extra bit of boost. But more importantly, his confidence is going to go even higher. It's going to make him do things that he didn't think he could do before. But more importantly, his chances of winning this fight at 40% is this. It's how he won his last few fights. Straight aggression. Pure aggression. How do you beat a boxer, especially a boxer who is better than you? How do you beat that man? Simple. You don't make it a boxing match any further. If Dubois wants a real chance of winning this fight, if Dubois really wants to become undisputed in the heavyweight division against Orlando Usyk, one of the top pound for pound, you don't make this a boxing match. You make it a fight. You bring it down even. I'm not saying being dirty. Don't make it. Some people get real dirty with it, right? You think you got to go low blows and X, Y, and Z. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you make it rough. You make it a fight. This is a fight that just happens to be a boxing match. Let me plug this in. This is the fight now. It's in the boxing ring. The way you beat a boxer is you make it a war. You make it a fight. Ask any true boxer puncher, true man that delivered on power, anybody that thought they were going to have a chance or didn't have a chance, in a fight. I'm trying to get this to work. Hold on, y'all. There you go. Yo, yo, yo. All right, I think we locked in. So, any fighter that stepped into the ring with the man who's a better boxer, better technique, better technician, guy who did this since the day he was born. If you thought any chance you're going to have, you got to make it dirty. You got to bring him down to your level. You got to bring down that skill set. You got to make him get on your level. And the only way you can do that in a boxing match is make it a fight. Yes, boxing is the martial arts of hand throwing, but it is still a fight. It is still a brawl. Let us know if you can hear us, by the way, on this mic. We just switched over. Hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe. Daniel Dynamite Dubois' real chance of winning this fight is simple. Don't make this a boxing match no further. You got to make it tough. You got to make it rough. You got to fight. You got to go to the body. You got to go to the arms. You got to go to the limbs of Usyk. Usyk's going to know that you're going to want to go to that body again. He knows that you thought you had success in that first fight. You thought you were doing something in that first fight. He's going to move. His defense is going to be a little bit tighter. He's going to assume you're going back to that body. What you got to do is switch it up. Take a page out of Canelo Alvarez's book, especially when you're fighting a guy that's better than you, and especially who can move better, faster, stronger than you, who has better footwork than you. If you punch at his arms, the bicep, let's get into it. If you punch at the bicep, if you punch at the elbow, a few things that are going to happen to this fighter. A, wear and tear is going to happen on that bicep. You need your bicep. You need your shoulder to keep your defense tight. No matter what style you fight in, whether it's Pickaroo style, whether you want to do the Philly shell, no matter what style you want to fight in, your bicep is what carries your arms throughout that fight to hold up your defense. It takes a lot of punishment throughout the fight, and it's the thing that keeps it locked in and keeps you tight. That and your deltoids and your shoulders. If you start tapping on that throughout the fight, meaning Daniel Dynamite Dubois starts tapping on those biceps, tapping on those deltoids, hitting on the shoulders, eventually what's going to happen, and Usyk won't even realize it. And I take that back. Usyk's smart enough to realize what's going on at a certain point, but his body is going to start letting it happen before even he can control it. You get bruised, you get tired, you get weary. Again, this is infamously what Canelo Alvarez does. After a certain point in the fight, between rounds 4 and 6, your arms begin to drop. Why? Because they're tired. Why? Because they're bruised. Why? Because they're sore. As you keep wearing those out and keep putting that water in the basement, as they say, putting mileage and gas in that tank, just wearing it down, then and only then will Daniel Dynamite Dubois have the opportunity to go to the head if he wants to. But more importantly, as the arms begin to drop and want to come up to protect the head, they're going to be slow. And more importantly, slow to come back down to protect the body. It opens up opportunities for him. Hopefully, the corner of Dubois is smart enough to realize that rounds 1 through 3, they are there for him to work. They are there for him to press upon his strength, press upon his abilities to wear down Usyk. Don't try to come in and winning the first rounds and get a true knockout. I think Usyk's got a good enough chin. He's proven it that he ain't getting knocked out in the first few rounds. But hopefully, they're understanding the aspect that you got to put in some work, man. Rounds 1 through 4 is work time. I'm not saying lose the rounds. I'm saying put in good work and get the points, steal those rounds early, but more importantly, they're putting in mileage. They're putting in damage. When we get to rounds 7 through 9, Usyk has a good chance to dig back into that body
and go to the head. He has a good chance to drop Usyk. What is his real chances of winning this fight? It's 40% if he sticks to a game plan and plays the long game. If he comes in head hunting and trying to go straight to the body, especially if he goes straight to that body, thinking he's going to live off the success of that first fight, he will lose. Usyk knows what he's going to try to do on that first go around. Digging to the body is not it, brother. You should go there once the opportunity arises, or if it gets too late, then you obviously got to get to it. But put in the work on the defense. Break down Usyk's defense. He depends on movement. He depends on turning angles. And more importantly, he depends on keeping his hands up. Make him drop his hands. Make him get tired. Make him get weary. Make him make mistakes. Get those openings going. Your chances of winning this fight, in our opinion, is 40%. And that's a good chance. That's a good ability, especially for a man who lost the first fight the way that you did. I think the confidence is there. I think your abilities are there. And one thing more importantly, we didn't hit on the beginning with that confidence. Forget about the first fight. Daniel Dynamite Dubois has to forget about the first fight, period. Don't think because you got that knockdown or it wasn't a knockdown, wasn't scored a knockdown. What you thought was a knockdown and you thought Usyk was hurt. No matter what you thought in your head, it wasn't scored that. Let it go. The first fight is done. What happened the first fight is gone. Erase that from your memory. Think about what you got to do to break down this new Usyk. Think about what you got to do to break down this new Usyk with your new mindset, with your new confidence, your new abilities. Shout out to Gerald Miller. Shout out to Philip Hergovich. And shout out to Anthony AJ Joshua. These are the three men that help build the confidence. The man that you see today in the likes of Daniel Dynamite Dubois were built off the backs of those three men who lost. They helped build his confidence. They helped him, reestablish his power, reestablish that jab. That is the Daniel Dynamite Dubois that needs to walk into that ring on July 19th, 2025. Now, don't get it twisted. None of those three men are Usyk. In fact, none of those three men can beat Usyk. But what he needs to take from that is all these three men, all these three guys you beat, the power that you do have, let you know that you should be in the ring with Usyk. And when the going get tough and the fight gets even rougher and the fatigue starts to step in, especially that Gerald Miller fight. I don't think people understand how important that big baby Gerald Miller fight was to Daniel Dynamite Dubois. It tested him. It tested his abilities. It tested his stamina. It tested his mental fortitude. Now that he knows he can walk through the fog of war, walk through the war of attrition, I think he can at least make it all the way through this fight and still press on and continue to fight, even when the fight is not in his favor. That is the type of man that he needs. That is not who he was in that first fight. Daniel Dynamite Dubois bit the knee in the first fight because he had no confidence in himself. If you want to be honest, he was a young man who thought he had won the fight by a body shot for it to be taken away from him. And he was confused mentally with the physical war of that fight setting upon him. He didn't know how to press forward anymore. Add all that together, that's the man that's going to quit, especially if you don't know how to deal with adversity, especially that late in the fight with the bright lights on. Fast forward where we're at now, I think he knows better. So he's at least going to make it through this fight, win, lose, or draw. There won't be no stoppage. But he has a good chance to win this fight again at 40%. If he takes that confidence, if he fights with pure aggression, if his stamina is in place. And more importantly, with the proper aggression, make sure that you're doing it with a strategic output. Make sure that it's not, you're just not pumping the jab and trying to do overhand right. Usyk's too smart for that. Way too smart for that. He's going to know what you're doing, catch the cadence, catch the rhythm, similar to like Floyd Money Mayweather did to a lot of fighters. It's muscle memory after a point. After he catches on to that, it's over with. You do have to mix it up, mix up the rhythm, make it random if you can, but don't get into a memorized rhythm that he can catch on as well. Even if you're doing a lot of aggression, he's going to catch on. We just saw what happened to William Cepeda fighting Shakur Stevenson. William Cepeda fights and punches and bunches, a lot of output, a lot of volume, but Shakur Stevenson stayed in the pocket and caught what Cepeda was doing. That's what happens when you're a master boxer. You catch the rhythm, catch the cadence, catch what they're doing. You will pick them apart. You will swim through the volume of punches, especially when they're on the same cadence. Daniel Dynamite Dubois has to deliver with power, first of all, because nothing separates power. When you got power, you got it. Ask Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Terrible in skill set. Not the best fighter, period. But that power separates him from the other men. And when that power touches him, it throws all plans out the window. So Daniel has to deliver that power, but more importantly, on top of the power, deliver a random cadence, a random output of punches to throw his man off guard. If he can do this, manage the stamina, good chance to win this fight against Usyk and upset the cards. I don't know how many of you watch other channels or not. You know, you got Showbiz Ado, you got the Boxing Voice, and a few other out there. Salute to those men, salute to those warriors. The bets are going up. Dubois is plus money, but not long shot plus money. If he sticks to what he knows he can do, stick to the game plan, he can win this fight. And it's realistic. Very realistic. Now, with that said, he's got a long road to trudge. He's got to come in and fight the perfect game. If he thinks he's going to be the best, yo, Sebastian, what's going on, brother? Sebastian Grow TV, what's up? Let me know if you can hear me, by the way. I switched mics and everything. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Hit that like button, comment below, subscribe, man. We appreciate that love tonight. We're just rocking out impromptu mobile style. The U.S., brother. Manila. Hey, we about to get straight into Pacquiao here in a second. If you hang on, we just wrapping up Dubois Usyk. Appreciate that love. So wrapping this up about Dubois Usyk, we're gonna jump over to Pacquiao. Dubois got to have that confidence, got to have that mindset. If he can do that, he's good. The plus money is there. It's not long shot for him. What does that mean? That means the odds makers, the bettors, the bookies see Dubois as a credible threat. But with proper aggression, he's got to do that. Proper aggression, confidence, and stamina. He's got this fight. He can win this fight. And it's a decent bet to put upon. I think we're going to see a hell of a war July 19th, early for those who are in U.S. time frame, late afternoon for the U.K. or late night for the U.K. And obviously from our friends that's over in Asia time frames in Australia, it's going to be a long morning. My predictions for the fight, Sebastian, are this. For Usyk Dubois, it's going to decision. For sure. I think it's going to decision. I think both men have grown and learned from their first fight. I think Dubois himself has a high confidence on himself that will carry him through this fight. I think the reason he quit that first fight is due to his lack of confidence. Now, let's get into Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. What the hell is Manny Pacquiao thinking, right? A lot of people are looking at that. What is Pacquiao thinking? This fight that's going down July 19th, late afternoon, late night at that. It's probably going to come on around 9 Eastern time, 10 Eastern time, US time. What's my thoughts on Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios? I'm worried about Manny Pacquiao, as I should be. Legend, Hall of Famer, hasn't been in the ring for a while. 4 years out from a professional fight. Last time he stepped in the ring, got a little ring rust, knocked off in an exhibition fight. Didn't look that great, but it was okay. Little worried about Pacquiao because I love my greats, I love my legends. But he's stepping into a ring with a man like Mario Barrios. Yeah, Sebastian, it's the age. It's strictly because of the age. High 40s, Manny Pacquiao. But I'm going to give it to you like this. He's a legend. He's seen plenty of fights. He's been in plenty of wars. He's seen all the styles. More importantly, with them 4 years off, he's had 4 years to rest that body. He has been a warrior. He's given us plenty of entertainment. From the Marquez trilogies, or hell, it wasn't even a trilogy, it's a quadruple, or even call it 4 fights plus. From the Floyd Money Mayweather fights to the Mosleys, you name it. A legend in the game, fighting from the 90s to the 2000s. He's had a good time to rest that body, rest his hands, rest his mind, more importantly. Sebastian asked me what is my prediction for the fight coming on Saturday, July 19th, 2025. I got Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao winning this fight. I got him winning this fight by close decision. I think we're going to see Manny Pac-Man and Pacquiao switch the time, switch the era, and show us his veteran status. Show us why he's a Hall of Famer. Yes, I'm worried about his age because, age in Father Time is undefeated, especially when it comes to the fight game. No matter where it's football, basketball, soccer, you name it, Father Time does wear on us all. And that's the only reason I'm worried about Pacquiao. But looking at him, studying him, looking at how he's been moving, especially in this fight week, I'm a little less concerned that he'll win this fight. Mario Barrios is a warrior, true gentleman, true boxer, true fighter, true warrior. He's going to come and fight. And in fact, I expect Mario Barrios to come in and show no respect to Pacquiao fight night because he knows no other way but to fight and go head on. But I think that feeds right into the game plan that Manny Pacquiao traditionally likes. He likes a good war. He likes a good straight up and down fighter. He likes a man that comes at him. But more importantly, I think we're going to see a new Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao that's going to not only just fight in pockets and steal out these rounds and punches and bunches. I think he's going to fight very smart. Shout out to Sebastian. You got him winning by unanimous decision. That's a pretty good, safe thing. I think it's going to be tight, though. It's going to be tight because of the youth, the age factor, right? I think Mario Barrios wants to steal some of that legacy from Pac-Man Pacquiao. I think he wants to get some of that nostalgia from him. I think he wants to use this to help maybe potentially catapult his career. But at the same time, I don't think Mario Barrios is mentally ready for this stage to take the light away from a Hall of Famer. I believe Pacquiao, he'll be parts of himself, if you get what I'm saying. He's going to give us that old Pacquiao. I think that's the only way he can be at times. But I think that fight with him and Floyd Money Mayweather did something. If you didn't watch over the last few social medias, him and Floyd Money Mayweather exchanged some things over this past few weeks, or definitely over the past few weeks, but over the last 48 hours, they've been talking. I believe him being a veteran now, seeing what the likes of Floyd Money Mayweather did, can show if you use that mind, use your aspects, use your knowledge of the game of boxing. Pac-Man Pacquiao has the physical attributes, the warrior mentality to also combine that with his mentality to wipe away a lot of these younger boxers if he manages his energy correctly throughout this fight. If Pacquiao manages his energy, manages his stamina, he'll win this fight. And Sebastian, I'll agree with you. He will win it by unanimous decision. What I'm worried about is if he's going to manage it correctly and box smart throughout this fight the way a veteran should do. Because I have a bad feeling that Pacquiao, the warrior, may take over. Pacquiao, the warrior, may override Pacquiao, the veteran, Pacquiao, the Hall of Famer, who should fight a little bit smarter in this fight, who has the skills and the attributes to still make this an entertaining fight, but fight smart. That's the only reason I'm worried. I'm worried because of not only Pacquiao's age, because of his heart. He's a warrior. I don't want him to get into a slugfest with this young man. Yes, it'll be entertaining for our fight fans to have a slugfest back and forth, but I think it's still even more entertaining to have Pacquiao, who engages in a slugfest from time to time, gives us violence, gives us punches and bunches, gives us precision. Precisely pick apart the likes of Mario Barrios. And Mario was clearly there. He got knocked down by the likes of Gervonta Tank Davis, a 135-pounder moved up to 140 pounds. Don't get me wrong, Gervonta Tank Davis is a freak of nature. He's got good power. He's got good pop. But you still, as a natural 147-pounder, or not even going to say natural 147-pounder, Pacquiao's a small 147-pounder who's made a career of it, a legend, Hall of Famer. But still, you're bigger than Tank. I believe he has more power than Tank. You can put in some good work, good effort on Mario Barrios. And my final decision is here. I think Pac-Man's going to win this fight. I don't think he came out of retirement to lose. I don't think PBC signed up for this fight for Pac-Man to lose. I think we see the writing on the wall. I think they think he's ready. I think they've seen what they need to see. Pac-Man Pacquiao is ready to come back. Pac-Man Pacquiao is ready to show the world of boxing why he is an 8-time division world type champion. One of the few rare challenges we're going to see in this world. This is going to be one of the men that we talk about years out. Freak of nature, talent, Hall of Fame, Superman in boxing. Similar in the same sentences that we talk about Muhammad Ali. That's the type of fighter you see out of Pac-Man Pacquiao. If he comes back and win this fight, that puts him in the legends of George Foreman, one of the oldest fighters to win a title fight. May he rest in peace. Shout out to George Foreman. Pac-Man Pacquiao clearly has the skill set. Pac-Man Pacquiao clearly has the mindset to win this. He has the experience to take this over. And I do pick him the favorite to win this fight. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tight. But I got Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao winning this fight if he can manage the stamina, if he can manage Father Time throughout this fight. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below. Let us know what you think, man. Who you got for these fights coming up on Saturday, July 19, 2025. We already covered Daniel Dynamite Dubois, Usyk. We already covered, we just finished up Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao taking on the likes of Mario Barrios. Now our picks are this. Pac-Man Pacquiao, Mario Barrios, our easy choices are this. I got Pac-Man Pacquiao winning this by decision. For the likes of Dubois, Usyk, I'm a little bit tighter on that. My heart wants Dubois to win the fight. Mainly because I like to stir things up. I like things to get shaken up, and especially in the heavyweight division. I like things to get shooken up. I like the confidence of the young man. I love a good comeback story. But my mind is telling me Usyk is probably going to win this fight against Daniel Dubois. Smart fighter, masterclass fighter. It's going to be a tough bet. We'll have our 3-minute fight drills, our 3-minute fight breakdowns. We'll make our final predictions tomorrow. But I can already tell you right now, I'm picking Pacquiao to win against Mario. You said Sebastian, who's my favorite? My favorite fighter today? My favorite fighter today, right now. I love me some Ja Opataya. Yeah. I think right now my favorite fighter to watch right now is probably Ja Opataya. I like his precision. I like his power punching. I like his aggression. Skill wise, probably not the most skilled. I think the most skilled boxer right now, no matter what weight class, is probably Shakur Stevenson. Skill wise, I wish that brother had some power. Um, but favorite to watch, my favorite fighter to watch right now. Yeah, Ja Opataya. I like his style. Fan friendly fighter to watch who does good boxing, good high IQ, sets up his punches and bunches. I'm waiting. I'm ready for him and Gilberto Ramirez to get it going. That's going to be a hell of a fight in the cruiserweight division. That's going to be a good scrap, good fight. Close behind Ja, I love me some Inoue. Inoue the monster. Probably, if not number 2, number 3 pound for pound right now. Uh, I mean, we can go back and forth all day on who's pound for pound, right? We got Usyk, Inoue, Terrence Bud Crawford. You can exchange them out, the top 3, right? All of them have multiple undisputed, all true warriors, true fighters. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Terrence Bud Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez September 13, 2025, he's going up for the GOAT status, true GOAT status. Um, whether you like it or not. That right there, that man can 3-time undisputed, jump up in weight class 2 times, something that hasn't been done, especially in the super middleweight division. He can pull that off. GOAT status. It's tough. I don't give him a high chance to do that, but it's tough. Who you got, Sebastian? Who's your favorite right now? Again, I got Opataya and Inoue is probably my top ones to watch. Best skill set right now is clearly, in my opinion, Shakur Stevenson. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below and subscribe if you got the time. It's Sportcast Rebel Sign 8 podcast. Maybe we're rocking out impromptu tonight, mobile style. Um, we're just going over a few things tonight. As you already heard us say earlier, we walked through Daniel Dynamite Dubois, I'm about to say Sebastian Fedora. That is another topic for tomorrow, by the way. Tim Zoo, Sebastian Fedora, who y'all got? But we walked through Daniel Dynamite Dubois, Usyk tonight. The real chances of winning this fight, right? And obviously Pac-Man, Pacquiao, Barrios. I give Pac-Man more of a chance to win than I do Dubois. In fact, I have Pac-Man Pacquiao, in my personal opinion, the favorite. If he can manage that fight well as a veteran fighter, manage his stamina, and obviously turn back that clock. Dubois got a little bit of problem on his hands. He's got a masterclass boxer who is still in his prime, in my opinion. He's got some things to do. He's got to manage his confidence, manage his stamina in that ring. It's tough, especially a man who knows how to fight in different ways. He can fight aggressive. He can go to war with you, meaning Usyk, or he can outpoint you, outbox you. He's got that Lomachenko style. Dubois got a problem on his hand, but he can win, and I will never write him off. Betting man and myself says I'm about to put some bread on Dubois. I know he's plus money, and he's probably good plus money, good chance to win. But that's what betting is. For Pacquiao, that's probably more of a safer bet. I just can't see him losing to Barrios at this time. Even if he forgets that he's the veteran, even if he forgets the father time issue, I think his talent will still carry him through in a dangerous matter. And that's probably more the safer bet. But either way, that's our opinion. Let us know what you think. Drop the comments in the section. Who y'all got coming up between Daniel Dynamite, Dubois, Usyk, Pac-Man Pacquiao, and Barrios. Let us know who's your favorite. Who you got. We'll rock out with it. We'll dissect it, and we'll rock out for a few more minutes. But before you do that, hit that like button. It's free. Helps us continue to grow. We're a small channel, going quick. We're going fast. Doing more of these pop-ups as we can go. And more importantly, subscribe if you got the time. And we got plenty of breakdowns, plenty of videos. We got our 3-minute fight drills, our 3-minute fight breakdowns for plenty of other fights. And for these that we're talking about tonight, the bets that we will do, we'll do our 3-minute fight drills, our 3-minute fight breakdowns tomorrow. We will drop those for the official way we're going to go, the official prediction. You already heard our intake, so you got a little prelude of what we're going to do. But those will drop tomorrow, man. Hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe. And then more importantly, we'll rock out with the live fight chats, our live fight breakdowns. We'll call the fight live, give you our scorecards when the fights do happen for both Dubois, Usyk, and Pacquiao's pay-per-view card against Mario Barrios. It's what we do, man. It's a hobby for us. We like it. Help us continue to grow. The likes free. And more importantly, drop in the comment section. Let's engage. Let's talk about it. Who y'all got? Who's your favorites? Who you riding with? And why? And let's talk about it. Let's dissect that. Now we heard my man Sebastian saying he's got Pacquiao by unanimous decision. I can rock with that, especially if Pacquiao can manage his energy and manage it well. Bam Bam says he's putting his bet on Pac. Love the gambling. Hey, I'm hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. Hey, Pac's a decent bet though. Pac's a decent bet, Bam Bam. Decent bet. He's that's money. That's money worth riding on. It's a little more riskier on Dubois. I ain't gonna lie to you, because he's got tough opposition, right? In fact, Barrios and Dubois are like in different categories. Like, I'm sorry, Pac-Man and Dubois are in different categories. Pac-Man is the problem, right? He's a legend, masterclass boxer, master fighter that Barrios gonna have to figure out how to beat. Yeah, Ugas beat him, but I think he caught Pac-Man weary, right? Floyd, Hall of Famer, one of the greatest of all time, beat him. Come on. Marquez caught him with a good lucky punch. Hell of a show. Hell of a time for us to see that. That ain't Barrio. Barrio's gonna have to figure this out. 4 years removed from the game. He's refreshed. He's been relaxed. He's got his mind and body back intact. He's got a problem on his hand. Dubois, chances of beating Usyk, who is also a prime future Hall of Famer himself. Man, the plus money on that's a little tougher to win. But if you got plus money on Pacquiao, you're looking good. But shout out to you, Bam Bam. Yeah, most definitely. Hey, that's what it's all about. If you want to bet, you're going to bet. It's a gamble. It's a bet. So there's certain things, like, I love people to say, like, there's a difference between prediction and a bet. A bet is a bet. I can tell you my prediction, right? For example, Dubois, Usyk. My mind is telling me Usyk should win this fight by his natural skill set. But I'm going to tell you right now, my heart's saying Dubois. So you can guess what the bet's going to lead me to. The bet's probably going to lead me to Dubois. Good plus money. That's the chase. That's the game. And it's actually a good, fair way to win this fight. In boxing, man, you got 50-50 anyways for the most part. 2 men in the ring, anything can happen. Anything can go down. Let's talk about it. Hamza Shiraz, Edgar Berlanga. How many of you saw Hamza Shiraz smoking Edgar Berlanga in 5 rounds? There is no one, even if you're a Hamza Shiraz fan, saw him blasting Edgar Berlanga that early. Even if you thought he could get the knockdown. Most of us thought he was going to win by decision. I thought Hamza was going to win by decision. Who knew that was going to happen? Furthermore, let's go a little bit deeper. Austin Schofield, Tevin Farmer. A lot of us thought the veteran was going to make it. You saw him fight who? William Zepeda. How many fights? 24 rounds, 2 fights back to back. Come on now. We thought William Zepeda's the goods. Austin Schofield got sick right before the Shakur Stevenson fight. There's no way this young man can knock out a veteran that early. He's strong. He's young. Got some good talent. I did pick Schofield to win, but not in the first round. So we say all that to say is like we can think what we can say. The mind can tell us where we're going to go, but at the end of the day, the gamble's the gamble. The bet is the bet. And sometimes there's safer bets than other. And sometimes you just got to go where your heart feels you in. So your bet might tell you something different than your heart is. So sometimes you hear us say, yep, my mind's going to say this, my breakdown, my analysis might say Usyk's got the better footwork. Usyk's got the better IQ. He's going to pump that jab. He's going to switch the stance, throw off the cadence of Dubois. But at the end of the day, I might still bet Dubois because Dubois has got a good 40% chance of upsetting Alpacard, got good plus money, he's got good strength, and he himself can go to the head and the body and throw off the cadence of Usyk. Let's go to Pac-Man Pacquiao. Pac-Man Pacquiao, if he just manages his strength, his stamina, he's going to win this fight. Fight like the veteran he is, fight like the Hall of Famer he is, easy work. Even if he's plus money. Even if my mind is telling me he's late 40s. Even if my mind is telling me Marius Barrios is a warrior, he's dropped every man that he's fought. Even if the data is telling me Mario Barrios has dropped every man he's fought since Gervonta Tank Davis and prior. He has. He's dropped him at least once. I will still tell you the heart's telling me Pac-Man's going to win this fight. Pac-Man's the veteran. Pac-Man's got skill set. Pac-Man has been here before and seen harder punchers than Barrios. He's seen more skilled men than Barrios. Yes, he's been out the ring for 4 years. But he got him a little warm up. And as he gets through that fight, that old thing starts coming back and get that veteran status. Just remember that he's a veteran. He can beat this guy by decision. I would love a knockout, but now logically thinking, Barrios getting knocked out that's tough. That's Gervonta Tank Davis type things. Young warrior himself, good pop, good, good skill set up on him as well. Smaller fighter at that 135-pounder moving up to 140 when he knocked out Barrios, but was Barrios' weight drain. We're talking about 147 now. Either way, I got Pac-Man winning this fight. Skill set, Hall of Fame status. Real classic fighter, real classic warrior, a man that we're going to see step out in this ring, get him a good scrap going. And more importantly, I think Pac-Man's got one more big fight left in him after this. If you've been reading the blogs and checking out the stories, the obvious first answer for Pac-Man Pacquiao after this is Floyd Money Mayweather rematch. That's the rumors on the street. Word is they're already trying to negotiate it between PBC to get this thing set up, signed, sealed, delivered. Now, I don't know how many of you were around when Pacquiao Mayweather, the first fight went on. I was there live in Vegas when that fight went down. Went to it. Spent unnecessary amount of money. It wasn't a fight worth seeing. I do think Pacquiao might have been a little hurt, a little injured in that fight. But more importantly, either way, it showed me that styles make fights, but styles make entertainment. Those were the wrong styles to make an entertaining fight. But either way, they're thinking about throwing it back in our face for the second time. And I think for the second time, it will be closer. And I do give Pacquiao probably a good edge in that fight for the second time, meaning Pacquiao versus Floyd Money Mayweather for the second time. Rematch. I do give him a little bit better odds in this one because Floyd has slowed down. Floyd has looks slow himself. Father Time is eating him up. Hands are no stronger. Pacquiao is looking a little bit better. Pacquiao is looking a little bit faster. And maybe this is the time for Pacquiao to line up against Floyd. Second rumor for Pacquiao was this. And I really don't like this fight for him, but they're headed this way. If it's not for the Floyd Money Mayweather fight after this fight, if he beats Mario Barrios, rumor has it Earl the True Spence exits out of retirement and gets him a fight with Pacquiao, the one that he wanted from the get-go. Gives him a fight with Pac-Man Pacquiao, meaning Earl the True Spence versus Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. And then and then Earl, if victorious, will move up to 154. Those are the two rumors right now. Strong rumors. The first one being Pacquiao, if he's successful against Barrios, will take on the likes of Floyd Mayweather or Earl the True Spence. PBC pay-per-view. I really do not like. Let me not even say I don't like. It's a good fight. Earl Spence, Pac-Man Pacquiao is a dangerous fight. That's a dangerous fight for Pacquiao, especially being out of the ring that he's as long as he's been. Even if he is successful in this fight with Barrios, even after seeing Earl the True Spence get beat down by the likes of Terrence Bud Crawford. If you've been watching Earl for the last 2 years, he's been getting physically strong, got his mental health together. He's working on some other physical attributes. He's playing soccer. And I know a lot of people say, oh, he's playing other sports now and like he's out of boxing. But if you watch the sports he's playing, he's working on his coordination. He's working on his footwork for if he does re-enter the sport of boxing. He's becoming more athletic. He's becoming more in tune as an athlete. But more importantly, the Earl the True Spence that you see right now is in shape. Check him out. If you don't follow Earl, follow him. IG, check him out. Big Shark. He's in shape. No blown up Earl Spence. He can make 147 tomorrow. In shape. 6-pack. Muscles on point. He's not blown up. He's staying athletically sharp. And he's ready to go. Earl and Pac-Man Pacquiao, if Pac-Man Pacquiao beats the likes of Mario Barrios, it's a very dangerous fight for Pac-Man Pacquiao. Even with Earl coming straight off a loss. Vicious loss at that. Well, his flies are everywhere. Where did this fly come from? Damn. But that is where PBC got us going. That's the next steps after Barrios and Pac-Man. Dangerous for at least one of them. I think him and Floyd is probably makes sense. They're both in the same age categories. Both have been out the ring for about the same amount of time. Now, if Pac-Man gets this fight going, it's a little bit better for him. But all is all, if it is Earl, I would highly recommend that Pacquiao doesn't take that fight. As entertaining as it would be for the fight fans, when we start talking about our boxers and we talk about our fighters and our future Hall of Famers and where they're going to be at in their careers, and at the end of the day, at the end of the road, because boxing has no health plan. That's going to be one of those I tell them, like, think about your future self. Think about when you're older down the road. Think about if you can raise your hands and talk correctly and take care of your family and your friends. I know Pacquiao takes care of a lot of the people. Just think about that before you step in the ring with the likes of Earl the True Spence, if that rumor is true. I don't mind Floyd. Floyd's not going to put you out there like that. He might outbox you, but he's not going to put you out there like that. With closing arguments is this. Yeah, we got the likes of Barrios, Pac-Man. I got Pac-Man favorite. I think Pacquiao can manage his energy, do some good work. Hit that like button, comment below, subscribe if you got the time, and appreciate that love. Pacquiao's the favorite, in my opinion. He should win this fight. I think it'll make it interesting for the 147-pound division. That's got the likes of Brian Omer Jr. and Devin the Dream Haney about to get it on. It'll mix up something for that division that's clamoring for a name, clamoring for some action, clamoring for some drama. I think it'll be a good scrap, a good time, a good war. I think Pacquiao should win this fight against Barrios. Once he takes that belt off of Barrios, I think he can make a one-off with Floyd. That's probably the safer bet, better bet. I don't want to see him in the lights with Earl the True Spence if that rumor is true. I don't want to see him in there with Brian Omer Jr. or Devin the Dream Haney winner. If Devin Dream Haney manages to win that fight, maybe that's a little bit better as far as punching power. But either way, I think Pacquiao can carve out his own lane in 147 and still make it interesting and make it grow. He'll be a champion and make a good fight for himself, make some good money. Win, lose, or draw, I got to win it. Win, lose, or draw, I got Pac-Man beating Barrios. I'll bet that. We'll drop our official 3-minute fight draw, 3-minute fight breakdown tomorrow to give you blow by blow, round by round, which rounds we want to call it for. Again, I can tell you right now, I'm going to say it's a decision. For Dubois Usyk, that's tough. My mind says Usyk, masterclass boxer, clear boxer, pound for pound great, future Hall of Famer. But my heart is riding with the confidence of Dubois. Back-to-back wins. Gerald Miller, Philip Hrgovic, Anthony AJ Joshua, even though none of them are on the class or level of Usyk. AJ clearly couldn't beat Usyk for 2 rematches there, or 2 times with the rematch. Hrgovic probably couldn't beat Usyk either. Gerald Miller doesn't have the movement of Usyk. But if he can combine his experience from those 3 men, keep that confidence, keep that stamina, and apply proper aggression, proper footwork, and break that smaller fighter down, and keep his head strong throughout that entire fight, he can take this fight away. Which leads me to my heart betting on the likes of Dubois to take this fight. He'll be plus money for sure. He will not be the favorite. Which leads to the heart overriding the mind. But we'll sleep on it. We'll see the weigh-ins tomorrow. We already saw the media workouts and how both men are looking. We'll give our final prediction, our final breakdowns, our 3-minute fight drills, our 3-minute fight breakdowns for the likes of Usyk, Dubois, Pacquiao, Barrios. And the other one we didn't get into tonight, we're going to talk about in the morning. Tim Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora. Those will be our 3-minute fight drills, our 3-minute fight breakdowns for those 3 fights coming up for this weekend. We will call the fights live. We'll have the live fight tests, the live fight breakdowns for both fights. Definitely for the pay-per-view between Pacquiao and Barrios. We'll call that from start to finish. Depending on what happens on that Saturday for July 19th, we'll probably only call the Dubois Usyk fight if we have time. But that's our plan, to get in there and do that. You already heard our breakdown. You heard our calls. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below. Let us know who you got before we rock out of here. Who's your picks for those 2 times between Usyk, Dubois, Pacquiao, Barrios? You already heard what we said. We got Pacquiao beating Barrios. We got Dubois making a good chance to beat Usyk. More importantly, subscribe if you got the time. Watch our 3-minute fight drills, our other breakdowns, our other videos about this. Got plenty of content, plenty of things going on. We're a small channel, going quick. We're going fast, man. It's a hobby for us. Appreciate that love, man. We're going to rock out for just a little bit longer. Who y'all got? Hit that comment section. Let us know who you got. You already heard our breakdown, our fight. assumption. And he's flying. It's one little fly, y'all. I don't know where the hell he's coming from. Either way, that'll be our breakdown, man. Appreciate y'all rocking out tonight. Shout out to Bam Bam. Shout out to Sebastian. Shout out to Malcolm for rocking out with us. Shout out to Carlos. Appreciate y'all, man. Much love, respect. Before we get up out of here, let us know who you got. And more importantly, hit that like, comment below, and subscribe. We'll be rocking out with that live fight chat. Oh, other thing. We'll have the live scorecards too. That's something we do different from other channels. We'll have the live scorecards where we go. So you can hear us, see it live by live, blow by blow, how we're scoring the fight as it goes. For those who don't want to get the pay-per-view and everything, we'll have it going. So hit that subscribe so you get the notification. That way we can tell you blow by blow what we're scoring these fights as it's going on live and direct. And obviously we'll tell you what the true outcome is from that fight. I don't see a knockout in either fight. We already told you that. I do see both of the two main events going all the way. There are some decent undercards. I see a couple of knockouts there, a couple of stoppages or TKOs going on that way, but all in all, it is what it is. All right, man. Well, we appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the love rocking out tonight. We'll be rocking out tomorrow. We'll probably about do 2 shows tomorrow. We're going to drop some more videos tomorrow. Again, we have those 3-minute fight drills, our 3-minute fight downs, and then 3-minute fight drills. We'll go live for the Dubois Usyk weigh-in, Pacquiao Barrios weigh-in, our final predictions as on top of those 3-minute fighters, our 3-minute fight breakdowns, Sebastian Fundora, and then we'll do a Sajab Pataya and Joseph Parker video as well later in that afternoon. Either way, that wraps it up for tonight, man. We appreciate y'all rocking out, man. It's your boy Cash Rope Sunday Podcast, man. Hit that like button, comment below. We appreciate that love, man. Small channel going quick and fast, man. We do or die over here, as you can see. Appreciate that love. Comment below. Subscribe if you got the time, man. Until the next time. Peace.